I am the only one aware of anything. I am the only one aware of anything. I am the only one aware of anything. When you hear this statement, what comes up for you? What do you feel? What do you think? What do you notice? Before we go any further, and if it's a little too challenging right now to see that you're the only one aware of anything, first, keep it boringly simple and let the obvious register, perhaps in a new way. Which is, I am aware of everything that I'm aware of. I am aware of everything that I'm aware of. And similar to the exercise that we did in Koan number 1, finding all the changes, changefulness, changing things, the relative world. I'd like for you to bring your attention to everything that you're aware of. before we go to I am the only one, simply be aware, consciously, of anything and everything that you're aware of. Take a few moments for this now. And I won't even say not to judge it, not to make opinions, not to interpret it. That has its place. But for now, don't push anything away. Don't deny or avoid or try to ignore anything that you're aware of. And remember, this includes exterior phenomena as well as interior phenomena. So thoughts, feelings, as a result of hearing, I am the only one aware of anything. Interpretations, judgments, opinions. Whether in this moment you think you agree or not. The content of the agreement or the interpretation or the judgment or the opinion is secondary. Simply be aware of interpretation, judgment, opinion, agreement, disagreement, thoughts. And that is something you are aware of. Interiorly. Use the reference point of the koshas. Exteriorly and interiorly. What are you aware of physically? Not just the physical body, but the physical environment. And not just visually, but all five senses. What are you aware of energetically? What are you aware of emotionally? And there are different modes of being aware of whatever you're aware of. Some more cerebral, like focusing on or noticing, or observing. Some more sensual, if you will, like feeling. So feel, notice, observe, focus on, bring your attention to. What you're aware of mentally. What you're aware of spiritually. In this moment. In this moment. In this moment. One way to work with koans is to contemplate and break down each piece, each part of the statement, of the truth. Of the phrase. So remember, thing, anything, everything. I am the only one aware of anything. I am aware of everything I am aware of. And we established in video number 1 what a thing is. What relative means. If it has a boundary, a shape, a size, a beginning, an end, in time, space, or awareness, whether exterior or interior. If it's an object, whether physical or not, or a phenomenon, whether physical or not. It's a thing. And what do we know about things? By nature, they change. By nature, they come and go. So what are all the things you're aware of right now? And just gently where or how are you aware of them? Which of the kosha layers? And which mode of awareness? Feeling, thinking, analyzing, emoting, seeing, hearing, moving, touching, observing, contemplating. Now, typically in day-to-day life, from conditioning, we stop there and relate with, interact with, react to, make opinions about, fight against all the things, everything. And not only do we typically not relate with the thing as it is, rather through conditioning, through our belief system, through referencing past and future, through ego. But we completely bypass, completely sidestep, completely overlook the one that is relating with it, the one that is interacting, the one that is reacting, the one that is aware. You. In fact, the I is the implied subject of the sentence. I remember in high school grammar class, some sentences, even when they don't have the word I have as their subject an implied I. It's kind of a hidden source or self, the one doing the experiencing. The details and the textures, the contours and the content of what you're interacting with, what you're aware of, is of course important. But we have gone overboard in that direction to the detriment of the one doing the thing. So whether good, bad, right, wrong, desired, undesired, in the realm of the things, everything, anything that you're aware of, put that aside for a moment. And simply be aware that you are aware of all the things. And whether important or menial or tedious or annoying or beautiful or big or little or interior or exterior, right now put them all into the category of things. They all are on the same playing field. As things. Including judgment of importance or desirability or good or unwanted, etc. Those judgments are also things. To be thrown in with the bird sounds, the sensation in your body, the energy movement, heartbeat, everything that you are aware of right now, put it in the same bundle as every other thing. And now, turn your attention to simply being aware that you are aware of all the things. What does that feel like? What is that experience like? What comes up as a response to that? And let that register, but remember again, What that feels like, what you think about it, what comes up, what the experience is also a thing. Because it has a beginning, an end, in time, space, awareness, a boundary, a shape, a size, a texture. A perspective. So be aware that you are aware of also that. Question, tying back to our first koan. This awareness, your awareness, the fact that you are aware, of everything you are aware of, is that a thing? Is that changing? Slow it down. Don't assume. Don't just give the right answer. If it's a thing, if it's changing, throw it into the bundle of the things. Your awareness, this awareness that you are aware of all the things, and you are now tuning in to being consciously aware that you are aware of all the things. Does that awareness have a beginning, an end, a boundary? Does it change? If so, throw it forward. Does it change? If you find something that changes, throw it forward. Into the field that you are aware of. If you perceive it to be changing, can you make it not change? If you perceive it to be unchanging, can you make it change? Is it an it, even? It is an object. It is a thing. Is it an it? If so, throw it forward into the bundle. And do that until you find something or that which you cannot throw into the bundle. What does awareness itself feel like? This is a word that we use in our day-to-day as well in spiritual circles. Don't take that for granted. I'm aware of that. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. What is awareness? Not conceptually, but contemplatively. Look into it. Immediately, directly. Right now. What does awareness, to be aware, feel like? So you see how we're continuing to break down each part, each word, each piece of the koan. What is awareness? Have you ever not been aware? Or when you say, I wasn't aware of such and such a thing. You are aware in order to say, I wasn't aware. So there can be an aspect, there can be a degree, relatively, of unawareness. For most, deep dreamless sleep at night feels like you lost awareness. And yet, you wake up the next morning, the world comes back, and you remember yesterday, you remember that you slept well or didn't sleep well, and you also remember a kind of blackout period of the night called deep dreamless sleep. Who or what was aware, is aware of that continuity and of the loss of awareness? And simply as another little inquiry, have you ever not been aware? This reaches into the past a little bit, which, as we'll see in future koans, pun intended, looking into the past with future koans, neither of those exist, but as an experiment for inquiry, do you ever remember not being aware? It may have felt like you were not aware of something, but you are aware that you felt like you weren't aware of something. And also, as we'll see in upcoming koans, it matters whether you're coming from a relative or ultimate sense of I. Which I is speaking? So we won't go into that right now. But as I said in last video and the intro video, Let these breadcrumbs simply take you along. Turn the light up brighter each time. Fill in gaps from previous ones that you may have missed. Let the truth sink in and settle. And once you realize it is a truth and not a mere opinion or perspective, not a changeable lens, then you simply try it on and see what you see. And you will see, and you will interpret, and you will gain meaning, and there will be application and expression based on where your understanding is, where your relative quote-unquote progress is, where your body-mind is, where your stage of consciousness is. But the truth is the truth. And as I also said, feel free, either if you're still skeptical or as an exercise in working with the Koan to actually establish it even deeper, try to prove it wrong. Try to play devil's advocate. Especially the painstakingly obvious parts. I am aware of everything I'm aware of. Duh. Are you not? Don't overlook the I am awareness that's aware of everything you are aware of. Let your mind be blown a little bit. I am aware. And I cannot prove that I'm not. And even in times where I thought I lost awareness, I am aware that I lost awareness. And to bring it even more to the truth, I am aware only in this moment, ever, which, again, we'll get to later. I am aware only right now of the possibility that I lost awareness before, the possibility that I'm going to lose awareness in the future, memory in the past, possibility in the future. I am aware of all of that, all of those things. Memory and possibility are things too. Right now. Right now, right now, right now. So are you unaware now? 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 Flip it around. I am aware now. I am aware now. I am aware now. Feel into that I place. What does I feel like? What is I? Who is I? Overlook that constantly. You make grand assumptions about who you are, who I am. That's relating, that's interacting. Not just grand assumptions about the things through conditioning of what you're interacting with, but who you are that's interacting. What is an I? Sit for a moment now in that. I am aware. I am I. Contemplate that mini sequence. I am aware. Forget the things for now. I am I. I am aware. I am I. I am aware. I am I. And find the subtleties, the nuances, even in those words. Feel into the actual reality of it. Reality itself. There must be a more stable place, ground, perspective to be aware of all the changes, all the perspectives, the relative world. There must be something changing less for the changing thing to exist inside of. Is this I am awareness, or this I amness, or this I-ness changing less or changing at all? Once you realize and recognize that these are universal truths and not opinions, not based on belief or assumption or perspective or interpretation, once you see that they are truths, once you trust me that they are, even ones as we go along, that you might not get at first, if you can trust me that they are truths, then when you try it on, until you see for yourself that it's a truth, see what comes up in contrast. This is another way to work with koans. What comes up in contrast? And what comes up in contrast will be your conditioning, your belief system, your opinions, your ego, your personal Diablo, the one who throws up against, causes friction, to challenge you, not to defeat you. So whatever kind of arguments come up, whatever discomfort comes up, look into that. Until eventually the friction gets rubbed smooth and the truth is all that remains. Look at each point that conditioning or ego or assumptions or opinions wants to bring up. Yeah, but that's not right. I don't like that. And the point of contention, the point of restriction, is revealing something about what you believe, something about how you perceive the world, up against the truth, something that's not true, something false, some kind of lie or misperception. Let that work on you. But don't stop until you see it for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. And as I've been saying, stay with these koans, each one, as long as you like. The videos, for as long as you like, until you move on to the next. And go back, revisit previous ones. You will deepen your understanding, your comprehension, your realization. Each new time you watch. Each new time you contemplate. With the new knowledge, the new information you have gained. Finally, that little annoying piece of this koan, only one. I am the only one aware of anything. Usually the most annoying parts are the truest, until they're not annoying anymore and you see that they're actually the most liberating parts. See what kind of shifts have occurred since we began here. Remember, that's the point of this. To have shifts in consciousness, shifts in perception, shifts in seeing, shifts in being, shifts in awareness. Expansions. I am the only one aware of anything. It's a similar approach to you thought you lost awareness, but you're aware that you lost awareness. You thought that you lost awareness, but you're aware that you lost awareness. Similarly, you think there's another person or being aware, but you are aware that they may be aware. It seems through conditioning that there is another person or another being aware. But I am aware of that. Which one is more primary? We'll also see in upcoming koans that if you do still really think that there is another being aware, that is an over-identification with the relative body-mind form. You think you are the body. You think you are the mind. You think you are ultimately the one that goes by your name. And we'll see that this is both true and not true as we continue. Take one bite at a time. For now, contemplate for a moment that you have never been aware outside your field of awareness. You cannot confirm that there is another aware or another awareness besides yours. Try it. Be very literal with it. Because that other one that may or may not be aware does not exist outside of your awareness, which we will also dive deeper into coming up. I am the only one aware of anything. I am the only one I am aware. I am I. Sit with all of this for a few moments before we go. Sit in the truth of it. Sit in the effects of it. Sit in all the ins and outs of it. Sit in the fact. Remember, this is self-evident. It requires some massaging, some wrestling, some contemplating. But it speaks for itself. Feel the stretching. Feel what needs to let go of. Feel what you need to let go of in order to see it. What needs to be let go of in order to be it. I am the only one aware of anything. And when the friction tips over into liberation, again, as I've said, allow the application of it, the expression of it, what it means for daily life to happen on its own. Don't draw too many conclusions into the future. And as always, take responsibility. The degree of responsibility is actually increasing with each new realization, with each new truth. So if this gets filtered through the ego mind, if you're not also doing shadow work and cleanup work, looking at projections, setting your moral compass in a positive direction, then these high voltage, potent seeds could either short circuit something or could be used in a negative, destructive way. This is very important. So allow this to marinate. And perhaps before you go about the rest of your day, especially if you have chores and things to do and responsibilities in the relative world, in the practical world, take a moment to feel your body, feel the room, feel your face, take some deep breaths, feel the solidity of the third dimension. This is very important too. Once the doorways are opened, they're always opened. But you have to stay grounded. And they're even more powerful when you do stay grounded. Stay embodied. Don't fly away. Namaste.